Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to part 4 of the experiment, the mum-son experiment. There's no mum, because I think she died because she disappeared from his favoured personnel as well. Maybe they just had a falling out, but I think she's just dead. We're going to assume she's dead. So, Harry Owen has had a very interesting career so far. Last season, just to sort of catch you up on. So he's been all over the show. He settled at Newcastle for his sort of peak of his career. Now he's 33 and an amazing season, first season at Swansea. And not so good second season, but still a 7.08 average. He's doing all right. He's got a couple of years left in him at the top of the game. 54 caps for England. Not sure how many more caps he'll get. He is wanted by Chelsea, which is very, very interesting. It's weird because it's sort of a little bit of a step down, I guess. He's never really played. The only sort of big team, arguably, is Liverpool. I mean, like top 4 fighting team is Liverpool. And he never really got much of a chance there. And then they sold him on to Newcastle. So going to Chelsea would be fascinating. So let's zip a year ahead. And we're going to go until he retires. And if he goes into management, we're going to follow the management as well. So let's go a year ahead and see how he's getting on. Right, here we go. Another year on. Let's see how he's got on. Did he go to Chelsea? Has he stayed at Swansea? No, he's at Southampton. Of course he is. He's now 34. It doesn't look like he's getting England games anymore, and his physicals have started to drop. What I'm interested to see if he's going to be one of those players that plays on till 37, 38, maybe drops down leagues, or he just sort of retires at the peak of his powers. He's got one short-term plan, no long-term plans. Let's have a look how his season. He's got on a massive contract still. A rotational contract at Southampton on 195 grand a week. Not bad, not bad. So they picked him up on a free. Oh, I didn't realise his contract was running out. Maybe that's why Chelsea was sniffing around. And he did well. Had a better season, to be honest. Played less games, more goals, double the assists. But overall, his overall game is probably lacking a bit. He can't run about as much and do all the other things, I'm assuming. So, did he hit any big milestones at Southampton? Seasonal best 11. He seems to get in every team's best 11. A couple of teams of the week. Yeah, so he was released on a free transfer. Player of the year for Swansea. Why do you release the guy that scores all your goals and is your player of the year, and then you release him on a free? That seems like madness. Okay. Oh, entire career. There we go. Newcastle United legend. Is he actually on their legendary status? Somebody pointed out that they won the Europa League. No? Somebody pointed out he won something that I didn't spot. Or the team he was playing for won something. I may be just talking shit. Is it Liverpool? I don't think... Did Swansea win something? No offence, Swansea fans. I'm my mild surprise if Swansea won something. No, I don't think he's... It'd be cool to see, like, in the players, rather than just sort of milestones. I know you can sort of see competitions. He won the European International League. Oh, that's that friendly league. It's not really friendly. It's just an international league. He won the Club World Cup and Carabao Cup with Liverpool. We didn't really play. So he's actually not won a massive amount, has he really? Runners up in the under-21s. He's been there or thereabouts. He's won the European International League. That's what you can look back on his career. But all right, let's go another year. Let's actually look at his contract. Ends in 35. So he's got another year. So he's got a 2-year deal. Will this be his last year? That is the question. I'm going to say, 34? I think he can play on. I'd hope he plays on for at least one more contract, I reckon. Right, let's go jump a year ahead. Right, we're a year ahead. Let's have a look. Is he still at Southampton? Is he retiring? He's still at Southampton. We're into single figures on the physicals now. No more England caps. He might have retired. We don't actually know. How's he done in the league? Oh, now... This could make him retire if he's now not even getting much game time. Let's have a look at his information. Happy to see out the remainder of his career with the club, which we know is about to end unless he signed a new contract. He's got an injury, and he feels that Dan Axel Zagadou orchestrates the defence. Of course he does. He's only got one favoured personnel, still Gareth Southgate. Nobody knows why. So his contract, it's about to go. Is so. If he's not going to take up, mate, I don't know if in the game he's thinking of retiring and then maybe a club comes in with a contract and he stays on, or that's it. Now he's going to see out. He said happy to see out, so I guess he could be offered a big fat contract by somebody and they'd play on. But it's not looking good for our Harry Owen. We're going to go on in another year. I'm hoping he goes into coaching or assistant manager or managing. That would be amazing, and we'll follow that journey if that's the case. But let's go have a look. Right. I'm always nervous about typing in his name now, because it's like he might just not be there. If he's not there, he's gone the way of his mum. They're together again in the sky. Harry. I'm not seeing it, boys. I'm not seeing it. Owen. He's gone. He has retired. Oh, that's a real shame. I was hoping he'd go into coaching or something. Let's just... can we find him? He should be here, shouldn't he? I did keep his thing after retirement, but apparently he doesn't want to keep him. Okay, let's go back a year, and just so we can, reminisce a little bit. So here he is, the last point that we found Harry Owen just before his retirement. I really enjoyed this experiment. I don't do many experiments because I find most of them really dull. And although the experiment I did last year, what if we create the world's best player, it's got 100,000 views. It's my most popular video. I did it and I enjoyed it, but then afterwards it's like it's just a bit boring, wasn't it? Because it's like, well, the best player, if you create a really good player, they're probably going to play for a really big club and do really well, and they get lots of England caps. There's nothing really of any interest. There's no real surprises there. So I like the fact we created a more realistic player and followed his career. I really enjoyed it. Let me let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I'd like to do this again, maybe with a different position, maybe a different nationality, start him off in a different country. A similar thing, nice and simple, and we just follow someone's career. But let me know what you think of it, this sort of experiment, in the comments, because although it's not as eye-catching as the best player in the world, what's going to happen, it's not really so much for the views. I prefer this sort of experiment. He had a realistic career, got picked up by Middlesbrough, went on loan, then went to Liverpool, didn't work out, went to Newcastle, became a bit of a hero at Newcastle for a bunch of years, went a couple of years at Swansea, a couple of years at Southampton. Perfectly realistic, that is, in my books. And he almost, a goal every 2.5 games. Brilliant. 55 England caps, really good record for England. I absolutely, really, really enjoyed this save. It's a shame about his mum and what happened. I think that's a lot to do with the AI. A lot of people have said that about if the AI manager coach or manager doesn't get a job in X amount of years, then they just don't get a job, sort of thing. So maybe that could be the case, that it just removes them from the game because they're not doing anything for 2 or 3 years, which is sad, which is crappy, but I'm really enjoying it. So let me know, firstly, if you enjoyed this experiment, and also, do you want to see it again? And if so, in what guise? Do you want me to do a different position? Give me ideas. I don't want to sort of really complex it. I like just making a player that's pretty good youngster, following along. But we could make different positions. We could have them English, but starting off in Sweden or something, or have an Italian in the Premier League, or because that might mean he's going to... Because what I'd like to see is somebody who maybe travels around Europe a bit more. English players tend to not travel around Europe, do they, really? Mainly because they fail horribly at it. But let me know if there's certain positions you'd like to see, certain nationalities, certain countries, certain clubs to start them off at, etc., etc. Let me know. We could even make quite a shit player. A proper lower league player, might become a bit of a journeyman in himself and that sort of thing. Drop your ideas in the comments below, because I'd like to have this as a little mini series, maybe, where we try a left back, try a centre back, try a defensive midfielder. It won't be quite as exciting as getting all the goals and stuff, but it'll still be entertaining, and we can, they're quite short videos. So let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for those that have carried on watching the series. It's a shame he didn't go into coaching, but maybe the next one will. That'll be exciting. Thank you very much. I love you all. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.